Hello everybody, hope you're having a really good day. The title of this video is Twin Flames. It takes a special kind of hero to face down their challenges. I'm going to start by talking about attachment styles of parenting. One is healthy, the other three styles not healthy. If someone has a healthy relationship with just one parent, they feel safe to go out into the world and explore, and they feel safe coming home too. This leads to mature adults who are confident with good relationships. The other parenting styles may be unhealthy. Many parents treat their children to feel unsafe in the world to make the children dependent on them. Some children don't feel terribly safe with their parents. Hardly anyone has the perfect relationship with their parents. What to do in this situation is to cultivate a relationship of trust with the divine. The only parent you really need to feel safe with. This is the solution, a perfectly safe parent to retreat to, the divine. If you really need someone, you always have the divine. And feel safe to go out into the world. So no matter what trials or uncertainties or unknowns or tribulations, you can always return to the divine at any time and feel perfectly secure with her there. You may have to rebuild trust with the world after a traumatic experience. Build the inner relationship with the divine. Build that trust. Have that foundation. Lay yourself to rest there in eternity so you can grow in eternity. It's a perfect way of being for everyone, resulting in a perfect way of life for everyone who relinquishes ego. All societies have failed to build a successful, lasting earth culture because they negotiated with ego. The degree to which a society negotiates with ego dictates the general level of well-being of the population. Governing bodies are largely dictated by the people. They're not separate from the people that they rule over. The people dictate the rule set. The superior rule set is based on love. It only works because there is total agreement. The one thing that binds us in totality, no matter what different desires, beliefs, ideologies and quirks we have, that's love. And love is the only way we can have a real rule set. It's unanimous. Every rule should be based in love. Only love can provide for all of us. It's only conflict with the ego's rule set of ignorance and delusion. We're working ourselves to follow the rule set of love. We do our best. If you can't do the mirror exercise when you're upset, maybe you need to cry out, but it doesn't harm the rule set. You'll achieve the ability to tolerate tension in your relationship with your twin flame. It becomes a way of being. There are these basic principles. You were created with a twin flame in love. Love is what you are. Love is where you're going. All are one in love and all are one in the divine. And what that arises in our way of being, you want to harmonize with that. If you're experiencing trauma, the mind shuts down and can't move on from the trauma. Bring love there and heal it and move forward, and all the expected results will come of it. Loads of really good things. Create a picture of the environment you're dealing with. Seek to understand it better. If we make assumptions, seek to push out new information. If we allow ourselves to be humble, it allows for flexibility of thought. Invite new information and acknowledge it calmly. If this new information changes things, they must change or else growth is cut off. Stagnation causes disease of the human spirit. The fundamental assumption is that life is good. Life is more powerful than death. Life is more attractive than death. Life is more compelling and profitable. Sometimes life means we have to face death. We may try to avoid it. Say, I don't see you, death. I'll pretend you're not there until I have to succumb to you. People succumb to the death of the spirit easily. I love my spirit and will not allow it to die. Not only survive, but thrive in its optimal environment, the richest soil for your life being harmonious union with your twin flame and your life purpose, rooted in love for the self and the divine, a new way of being. Life is highly respected in some societies and in others very much not. Ways of being forged with ego at the table are never satisfying. The success of societies is rooted in their ability to stand up to the ego and stand up for life itself. Most civilizations gave up the fight with the ego and succumbed to the death of the spirit, and the civilization falls, either by cataclysm or slow decline. Coca-Cola and Pepsi are vying for control of the market. People prefer Coke, so that company has a lot more power and dictates a lot of the rules for the beverage industry. New players come in. There was Google, and then came Facebook. The environment changes. There was paganism, and then the Judeo-Christian religions came in. Ways of being and belief systems grow and change and evolve and shift. They must be rooted in stability. Both changelessness and the eternal state of change need a healthy dialogue. Ego is not welcome. To address that spiritual concept, we have to look at it in depth and bring and shine the light of logic on it. Only love is welcome. Blaming others for one's pain is much easier than actually resolving it. One can place the problem outside of themselves and believe that's where it is until that belief is shattered. The mind is so powerful, it can deny reality. No one likes to feel unsafe, and it takes a special kind of hero to face down delusions. It's harder to do in the short term to face down misery. People don't say, let's go to the pub for a few drinks and face our misery. No, they go to the pub and have a few drinks and pretend for a few hours that they don't have problems. Popular culture is more awake. Oh, I was going to say woke, but I hate that word. But racism and sexism still exists. Overall, human evolution takes place, but blisteringly slowly. You can evolve fast if you do it consciously. BLM, for example, takes apart every issue and brings love and compassion there. To create a perfect way of being that meets the changing needs and desires of our times, any system has to align itself to life at all times. The Catholic Church, for example, is very slow to change with the times and fails to meet the needs of a lot of people. Seeing things as black and white opens the doors to weakness. Be aligned to life and nothing else. Find where life is and where it isn't. Stand with life and not death at all costs, and there will be prosperity for all. Governments are ideas and they're malleable. There are discussions, minds of change, communication, demonstrations. Governments are in dialogue all the time. But what you are embodying is creating a whole new way of being for the whole planet, where everyone is treated with equal respect and everyone has an equal place at the table according to how they were created. This requires a foundational understanding of the divine and the self and the expression of spirit into reality. The only thing that's excluded is ego. Life is primary. The divine is the source of life. If we align to the divine in our lives, our minds, our hearts, the essence of our way of being, cultivating the divine first as the source of life. If grapes are all dried out on the vine, you can't really say they're full of life. If the grapes are full and juicy, they're full of life, but it's even not so much about the taste or the flavour. There's something transcendental in the grapes. Extreme confidence comes from the relationship with the divine. Tension in relationship with your twin flame really demonstrates how much trust there is. They will push you to the limit, bless them. What we crave from our significant others. People say in society that we all expect too much from our partners, but twin flames don't expect too much from each other, because pushing on each other gives you the strength you need in the relationship. Even if you didn't feel safe before, you'll feel safe with your twin flame because you're always building deeper and deeper trust with each other. You'll know your twin flame's limits. You'll know their weak spots. If you push on them, you'll cultivate weakness. If you love them there, you'll have a confident partner. And you want to build security and confidence in your relationships. So go harder in loving yourself. You don't have to wait to have your good. You can have it all now. The divine is guiding you to love yourself right now. Don't be deluded by the world, the way the world treats you at times. It's not your fate. People who treat you badly will go away quickly. Everyone will treat you like gold because you love yourself. Pressure and tension in your relationship will feel really good. And while it's challenging at times, it will get better and better. Don't fear the changes and ups and downs as you're being cleansed and purified, because you're destined to live a life of abundance and prosperity and joy. People will push on you to find out if they're safe with you and how much they can get away with you. They'll push you to find your position. You'll reveal who you are to them. If you're cool, they'll treat you as cool. If you act like a dweeb, they'll treat you as a dweeb because they feel insecure. You'll also push on people's most sensitive spot, their connection to source. So just be aware of that, and be aware that you're expanding your riches and you're getting really, really wealthy. But the ascent is not like a rocket ship. It goes as fast as it can sustainably go, and that's okay. So that's to be celebrated. Okay, everybody, I'm going to leave that one there. I really hope that you enjoyed that message and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.